There is a question being asked in Australia right now, and it is not a welcoming one. Before the plane has even landed, before a single speech is delivered, before a single appearance is made, the country has already responded, and the response is very blunt. According to a widely circulated Yahoo Australia poll, when readers were asked a simple question, "Are you excited about the visit of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle?" Behold, 95% said no. Not divided, not uncertain, 95%. That is not a mixed reaction. That is a signal that at least among mainstream readers, something has shifted dramatically. And while online polls are not scientific, they do capture something real: public mood. Right now, that mood is not excitement, it is indifference. And indifference is far more dangerous than criticism. To understand why this matters, you have to go back to 2018, because back then everything was different. Harry and Meghan arrived in Australia as working royals, representing the crown with the full weight of the monarchy behind them. Crowds flooded the streets. There was genuine excitement, and the Invictus game gave the tour a purpose. The pregnancy announcement added an emotional connection that made the visit unforgettable. That moment was never just about two individuals, it was about what they represented as part of an institution people felt connected to. But today, the institutional backing is gone, and what remains is something very different. This time, the visit is structured in a way that is raising eyebrows across Australian media. Harry is scheduled to speak at a mental health summit, in an event that includes a charitable component but also carries premium ticket pricing reaching into the thousands. At the same time, Meghan is set to headline a luxury retreat in Sydney, a 3 days limited At the same time, Meghan is set to headline a luxury retreat in Sydney, which is to take place in 3 days, limited to 300 guests with VIP packages costing over 3,000 Australian dollars, including a group photo, not a conversation, not a workshop, but a photo. And that is where the criticism begins to sharpen. Across Australia, commentators, industry insiders and media analysts are all asking the same uncomfortable question: are Harry and Meghan still acting like royals while operating as private commercial figures? Critics argue that what is being presented is the feeling of royal tour without responsibility that comes with it, using titles, prestige, and the memory of 2018, but this time changing for access. One industry source described it as, in dark terms, saying it is playing dress up with titles they no longer earn. It is harsh assessment, but one that is gaining traction because the structure of this visit does not resemble diplomacy. It resembles a premium brand activation. And then there is the part that reveals even more the trademark behind the scenes. A wide range of product categories have been registered in Australia under Meghan's brand strategy, including yoga accessories, gardening tools, pet products, bath and beauty items, and furniture. These are not random choices, they are calculated, because trademarks are not public relations, they are legal declarations of commercial intent. What this suggests is that this visit may not just be about appearances, but about entering and testing a market. There is also a deep layer to this unfolding situation. Report indicates that Earlier brand strategies tried to measure partnerships do not fully align with Meghan's original version, and now, without that backing, the shift towards scandable lifestyle product is happening anywhere. But high, but building a global brand requires infrastructures, distribution, logistic funding, and there are growing questions about whether what infrastructure is currently in place. That raises a difficult possibility. In this expansion, is in this expansion confidence it or is this expansion confidence or is it overreach? Because when you return to the 95% figure, it begins to feel less like a statistics and more like a warning sign. It suggests something deeper than criticism. It suggests a loss of emotional investment, and once that connection is gone, even strong branding struggles to recover it. At the heart of all this, at the heart of all this is at the At the heart of all this is a contradiction that is becoming harder to ignore. Harry and Meghan are no longer working royals. They stepped away, gave up official duties, and built independent lives. Yet the titles remain, and those titles still carry global weight. The question now being asked is whether those titles are being used as identity or as currency. The comparison to 218 only makes this tension more visible because the condition that created the moment no longer exists. There is no official rule, no institutional backing, no shared national significance, only a brand attempting to recreate a memory. And Australia, at least based on current signal, may not be responding in the way the success team expected. So now everything comes down to what happens next. Will the event sell out, proving that even a smaller, dedicated audience is enough to sustain the strategy? Or will the 95% translate into empty seats and a very public miscalculation? Will the brand successfully expand into Australia, or will the lack of infrastructure expose deeper cracks? And perhaps most importantly, has the public already made up its mind before the visit has even begun? Because if that is the case, then this is no longer just about a talk. It is about a perception, timing, and whether this story being told still matches what people are willing to believe.